I learned how it was to be in the bed with a boy one night. Can I testify? And then I learned how it was to be in the bed with a girl the other night. But
what's going on, y'all? That's Political Media. I am Lamar, and ran across another video. Kelontae Gavin again. You know, a week or so ago, he did an IG live where he talked a little bit about his church experience and being sexually abused and things about that nature. One thing he said was God had his hand on him while some guy in church had his hands in his pants, and he expounded on that statement in the video. I ran across another video since that video, and he's talking even more about it. And I just want to say, I really not just appreciate but respect that he's willing and able to discuss this, because it's such a prevalent thing in church, and not even just black church, white church, Hispanic church, where you have talented young men being utilized, but also sometimes being abused at the same time. So he talks about that, and I like that he expounds on it. So I want you to check out what he's saying now. I like the fact he's growing and building more confidence in his ability to talk about the abuse that he experienced. And I want you guys to check it out. Tell me what you think. This is Political Media. I'm Lamar. Peace out.
And so I grew up in church. I learned how to move like church, how to shout like church, how to move like that, and I didn't even feel nothing yet. And the pastor had told me from an early age, I always knew that the hand of God was on my life, but what do you do when the preacher tells you and smears oil on your head and says the hand of God is on your life, but somebody else's hands is in your pants from 5 to 12? And so you are anointed, you're gifted, can shout, dance in church, but your gift work and your soul becomes broken. Because from 5 to 12, you learn what it was to feel something that was good, but it wasn't good. And so the church didn't tell me that gifts and callings are without repentance, which means, Kelontae, you can still sing and your soul be broken. God can still use you, and he not fire you because he needs you. So I learned that the church was the most theatrical place in the world. It was the church where we learned how to put masks on and we shout over it, but we didn't tell nobody what happened. And so we're the only entity on the planet that'll put weapons in kids and children and teenagers' hands and they not know how to properly use it. And so while I was going through life from 5 to 12 years old, led me to a life of perversion, where I learned, Alicia, that true ministry was not ministering from a place where you have not been, but it's ministering from a place you have been. So I learned how to sing and cover up. I learned how it was to be in the bed with a boy one night. Can I testify? And then I learned how it was to be in the bed with a girl the other night. But what happened was I was upset at God because I said, wait, you didn't stop the gift from working when he touched me. So it was a traumatic experience. And I learned that worship was not about worshiping God in the light, but worship was worshiping God in the dark.